Gentlemen, I'm going to start with Mr. Mark Satterthwaite. Friends since 2000, brothers since 2000. So, business partners since 2001, probably. Brothers in business, 2005, sinfully, really. And then, and then somehow ascended in 2010. And so, therein lies the granite. So, there is an Olaf, that's a Bog, and anyways, he's in Norway. We call, that, Galleon Stallion in, when he's done with his hauling horses, taking old growth, felled onto the property for hundreds of years, to have 1,000 acres of waterfront in Norway that's now I would say, it's 5 farms wide now, all his. And so, we all go through our stages, I suppose. To Mr. Mark Pfizer, I say you second, because everyone's second to Shane to me, but he's Babe to me, Shane to everyone else. And Michael Shane, Merrill to, whatever, no, the Fixer. And so anyways, there's a Fixer in every company. Well, the Fixer at Costco. So leave it at that. 27 years, never been late. Whatever. Why would you be late for something that you do? So anyways, Costco's part of our group too. And, that was a segue from Mr. Mark Pfizer. Anyways, as strange as the Brotherhood Apostate is, between nothing, the degree of divinity and putting the right partners together is knowing who are the right people, whose hearts are, I suppose, in the right place. And if it isn't Mark Pfizer, I don't know whose heart isn't in the right place. And so, but his brain's in the right place. That man's organized, Mr. Mark Pfizer. Sorry for the left hand, right hand wash. Number 18 all the way, whatever's lucky for you is lucky for me. Number 32 is my lucky number in red. I'll explain why many times over. But the attrition of the conditions of the things that we don't need to be contrived about would be the fact that we are all well-knowledged in how to be taken advantage of. Not really. Because people can only take advantage of what we allow them to. Now, we have somehow been segued, not at all. Somehow we've been brought together somehow. I don't know. Excuse me, here nor there. And everything assailable aside, I want to actually make a somewhat of a contentious, not so long-winded proposition, really. It has come to my conclusion that in order to service the 325 metropolitan areas in every zip code, because this website translates into the 90 languages that represent the 60 countries that represent the last 200 clans that represent the differences that represent the human race that isn't different at all. Now, being the fact that I'm a homo sapien who's a homosexual that drinks homogenized milk, and now actually for the first time in my life have homicidal tendencies towards Mr. Michael Wood. I don't. And the fact is, when you annihilate a man is you make him, naked, not to turn or turn to stone. So, what is it? Gorgotten, I suppose he would be. And Gorgon. That's actually, being an etymological scholar, I will be braggadocious for a moment. So in the extraordinary things, that represent the linguistic and communication skills that I have and represent. I added a word to the English language the other day. I really like this. Gorgotten. Gorgon, the 3 sisters look at you, turn to stone from the serpent's what? Serpents in 3. When I was in the hood, mixing with my niggas, interestingly enough for me to actually think that I would actually own the right to call a man my nigga. I mean, what a righteous thing, really. Funny thing to be able to say righteous, but as a real linguist who knows language, cash money nigga, honestly. As a real linguist, an astute etymological scholar, as Gail Estep would confirm, who's a historical scholar, as. But Caleb Banks would confirm as a black scholar, as what? Who are the people that represent? I mean, there is a Sean Lively from Lifestyle Magazine. No, she's not. Sean Lively is the woman that represents womanhood and what all beauty represents and what all women should hope to be. I mean, really. If all of us could have a mother that was Sean Lively, the whole world would be a lovely place, I can tell you that much. And she's what? Just a genius publisher. Just what? A genius editor. How can you glance at a page and laugh at the grammar and know how awful it is? Without even reading it, how can you look over words and notice how they're looked over? How can you be so smart and be so beautiful? See, look at me. Like the way I dress. See what beauty does. See, we're all fashion victims and victims to fashion. I went off as a 51-year-old gay man the beauty of Sean Lively, dear God. But if you men saw, you'd see she's flawless. She carries herself. Floats around the room. Unreal. But see, now that's the beauty that we can revere because it's not a peacocking, it's not a postulation, it's not a short person acting tall person acting large, another person acting pertinent. Another person acting particularly short, Mr. Root. And the despicable things that he did in the debasing way that he treated. The people that went to work thinking they were going to the work and realizing that there was a little troll under the bridge who had the nerve to be a troll under the bridge. I mean, really, I thought it was a myth till I saw myself. Here's the troll under the bridge. The Madonna doesn't need that troll. So now does that park need that troll? It's obvious the troll lives beside it. And the mole lives under it. And it's a money laundering piece of shit. It's a disgrace. It's not representative of the community at all. That is my neighborhood. All neighborhoods are my neighborhood if there's a U.S. flag over it. Why do you think I wanted cadence for the black men going to their deaths? Under the management of the white battalion commanders that I was mentoring in Texas. Yeah, I'll digress for a minute. From one proposition to another. I don't know. What would you do if you knew? So, at the end of the day, without dismay, I do say, without any delay for them, proposition is, each unit will be worth $1 million per. Installation in metropolitan area per were. Nothing was before, there will be a funky monkey, and so we put it where it belongs. 325 metropolitan areas in the United States represent 975 locations that represent every zip code that represent 257 million people that within 1 year can have this $5.99 pizza. The only way to do this in an equitable sense, based on the realizations of, if we look at everything that's happened in totality so far, gentlemen, I have 45 seconds left, 50 to make a point. The deal is, we all know that I do and don't digress. Point is, Michael Shane Merrill, my partner that I call Babe, is Costco. Now, piggybacking on the most secure supply chain owns the supply chain means we got the supply chain. Now, partnering with Charlie's Produce means we get every local produce farmer to provide the fresh. They got facilities down there in Soto, gentlemen. let's put this now together. If we do 1,000 units, that's 3 per each. We cover the entire United States in 1 year with a $5.99 pizza. That's bing, bang, boom. The bing, bang, boom. That's the big bang on it all. Large pizza only. Delivered only right now. Only. Web-based only right now. Only. No employees as Darren Pritt. Miss Darren Pritt. Welcome to the group, said only. If I could get rid of all of my employees right now, I would. The ones who stole from me are the ones who did. But the other ones are like, what? The mother-in-law that stole this. The only reason I recently got this back was it because I had it restored with care many years ago. 600-year-old woodblock prints. Well, I'm going to cut this at 11:11 because degrees of divinity in regard to the fact that he's playing with fun. Bat is fun in Chinese, and he's got fun on a string that is bash fun.